And she's
I have
just
started the stream
unconscious. It's like she's drunk. Really, really drunk.
I mean, it's a little worse than
Does Strahed just compare everything to alcohol?
Yes. That's literally the totality of his
Yeah.
understanding.
Speaking of, I'm out, so I'll be right back.
Do the thing.
Ugh.
I'm fine. Just have to find Morpheus. It's fine.
And
Oh.
put the thing.
If Ira dies, I've got Semyaza I can bring back.
So what now?
Semyaza. She's my southern tiefling rogue. And she has a southern accent because
I like
I
her
thought I was
already.
fucking sneaky. I thought I was sneaky and was making a devil went down to Georgia joke.
Which,
tieflings
by
have-
the way, I really wish one of my parties had a bard in it, because I swear a red tiefling in a black suit would show up and say, "Heard you play a mighty good fiddle."
Well, Semyaza's a blue tiefling, but she can still do that.
No, I would do that. An NPC, a red tiefling in a black suit would come out. Fire would come up from their fingertips as they rosin up a bow.
With his fingertips.
Oh god, I would straight up do that.
But yeah, Semyaza's original actual play she was on kinda fizzled out at one point. So I have not gotten to play her in like a year.
God damn it, Em.
Brittany's character is a bard. Yes.
Kid multi-class.
This is gonna. She is a bard.
They're charisma
Completely
casters.
forgot. Okay. We're gonna do a thing here. So
Killing and the murdering and the boinking.
I'm being
the-
called.
Character caption. Uh-oh.
Shane, roll a d4, please.
I'm going to assume this is for Ira, so I'm going to go with her frost dice.
He got a 4.
Gotcha.
He's not necessarily paying attention.
Okay.
He's deciding how to kill somebody.
I have a couple things pulled up here
I just decided how to kill somebody.
because this is gonna be interesting.
Where's Reykjavik?
Oh boy.
I'm trying to think on how exactly this is gonna go. So you got a 4. Okay. That's good. Let me pull this up. Oh, okay. All right. So we rejoin our party at the end of a pretty chaotic battle that ended with Strahed showing up and saying how he enjoyed watching you guys. He did not take lightly the insults that were given to him by Ira. And he asked her to give him a reason not to kill her. In response, she kissed him. And to her surprise, he kissed her back. After a tense moment, Strahed looked at her and said, "I wish that was enough," and buried a blade into her stomach. She fell unconscious as Strahed walked away. The rest of the party I'm assuming a bit dumbstruck or surprised or shocked. So much so that they did not fight back or tried to stop him. Perhaps that was the best idea. But as Ira lay on the ground, Lily and Vive both casts healing on Ira. The both of you can feel your magic when it's accessible, when it's not. Especially you, Vive, right now with your aura activated. You're very aware of all life around you, essentially. And you do feel the magic of the healing take hold. You, Lily, right there, you watch some of the blood and the wounds seal up. But Ira remains unconscious.
Going to like kick her a little with my hoof.
You're all the way up on the stage.
Oh, this is.
Hey, where's Reykjavik?
Rictavio is right over by you and Draven.
Is Lily able to do something like a medicine check to try to figure out why Ira hasn't woken up yet?
You and Vibe cannot, because the two of you gave healing.
Okay.
Draven, do you do or try anything?
Oh, my medicine is absolutely awful. Is that my only option? Is medicine check?
It's up to you.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure.
See if I can see any magical ailments. I don't know how Arcana works.
Go ahead and make a roll. 14. He casts some very wicked and scary looking spells at her. You did recognize one of them. You recognized Finger of Death.
Oh shit.
You're not sure with that roll if that's the reason that Ira remains unconscious, because you're not wholly familiar with the spell. You've just seen it before in your days. We'll say in your days of soldiering, you saw a wizard cast that once, so you recognized it. You do know it's an extremely deadly spell.
Okay. We're not in combat able, right?
For the purposes of this, yes.
Yeah, this. Okay. Well, I'm gonna relay that to everybody. Or, well, specifically Lily and Vibe.
Okay. Avi, what do you do?
There's not much I can do. Like, poke her with a stick. I feel like my character has like no, my character has no healing like ability at all. I don't know what she can do.
So Avi just kind of.
Yeah, Avi's just standing there like, I have nothing in this situation. She has no healing spells or anything, and no healing potions because she gave her last one to Shane. So.
Speaking of Shane, what do you do?
I'm right next to Reykjavik.
Yep.
Can I ask him, does he know the identify spell? Ricky, do you know? Identify spell.
What a wonderful question. About that spell.
Yes.
In fact, Come on, roll 20. Load faster, please.
I think the word is don't.
It's a bit of
No.
a 10. I'm thinking.
It's okay. It's okay. Take your
Unfortunately,
time.
I do not know that spell.
That makes 2 of us. So,
Don't suppose I can do one more Hail Mary.
I was gonna say, do I have what's? Ooh, let me see.
Depends. What do you got, David?
I was going to use my Lay on Hands pool, but it says I can use a charge of 5 to possibly cure a disease or neutralize a poison affecting said creature.
I will let that happen, sure. So you run over to her,
Yeah.
drop that.
Put a hand on her shoulder. Kind of give a pulse.
Roll a religion check.
Religion. Okay. $11. Very average tonight.
You watch as the light from your hands glows brightly, covers her entire body, and then slowly sinks in. She remains unconscious, but she does get 5 more hit points.
Okay. That's it for me.
And Shane,
Yeah. So
you asked that. Is there something you
Uh-huh.
wanted to do or try?
let's see. So I move over next to her, and I'll my hand on her forehead, close my eyes, think as hard as I can at my patron. A busy man, but I know he's always watching.
Roll a persuasion check, please.
Want me to persuade a god? I'll roll it in. Let's see. Yeah. That is a dirty 20. That's a 13 plus 7.
20. You reach out to whatever entity feels your power. Without thinking about it, you summon your blade.
The other hand.
It is warmer than it usually is. Avi, as Shane's eyes are closed and he's focused on this, you watch the blade kind of begin to smoke. This eerie black fume comes off of the blade.
Shane?
Yes. Shane, you are
haven't
the
int-
only thing that you are the only one that hears this.
Are they hearing me when am I talking out loud or just thinking back at it? Probably talking out loud. That's what I do.
Probably.
Not entirely sure why you brought us here yet. But I imagine you brought all of us here together for a purpose. Whatever that purpose is, one of us is unable to fulfill it at the moment. I was wondering if you could give us any guidance. What ails our member?
Avi, you watch this smoke start to completely cover Shane and almost take shape around him. It almost looks like a black armor covers him, and you see, though Shane's eyes remain closed, two red glowing points of light where his eyes would be.
Shane? She's gonna step forward towards him.
Shane, you hear nothing. I can certainly try, but I must warn you. If I do this, there would be consequences whether I succeed or fail.
Always a price to pay, isn't there?
Unfortunately.
Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Avi, as Shane says this, you watch the smoke come from Shane and begin to cover Ira. Shane's hand lifts and grabs the blade that is still in Ira's stomach. Shane, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage. Oh, I just whacked my new tattoo. Oh, that fucking sucked. Sorry.
Oof.
What I thought
I
you
was
did.
working at a vet at the time too, and so like ibuprofen was my best friend to keep it from swelling.
Oh, yeah, I just whacked it right on the rose.
Oof.
Oh.
Sorry about that one, Bun. That hurts.
Oh. We're good. We're fine. Everything's fine. Shane, what'd you
I
roll?
got a flat 10.
Shane, you feel separation. Something is starting to be removed from you. It is disorienting and a bit sickening. And for a few moments, you think you might actually die. Avi, you watch the shadow being pulled towards the blade faster and faster and faster and faster, and finally, the hand pulls away. And the shadow retreats back towards the blade. I am sorry, Shane.
Me too.
Shane, you have 2 levels of exhaustion. Ira remains unconscious.
Before you go, can I call you?
I would ask that you come find me. Bring that blade. And I may be able to fix this yet. And then you feel him leave you. Not leave you, but he is no longer able to respond. And the blade disappears from your hand. Ira.
What sort of hellscape nightmare am I experiencing?
Much like I just described. You're feeling separation. But for you, it gets to a point where it's almost like tearing, ripping away. Your thoughts drift back to a time before all of this. where you first
I
met.
guarantee you, what she is thinking about right now is when her wings were ripped off.
You think back to that day. Back even further to happier times. And then back again to the harder times. You see the face of your god as you first laid eyes on her. And then you see the face of your god when you last saw her. And only now, in this moment between life and death, do you notice it? The smile that she gave you when you last saw her was wrong.
Of course it was.
And Ira is no more.
Nobody has a diamond, right? Anybody?
The guards are just like, you've already asked that. I don't know where we would get a diamond.
There's like dead nobility on the ground nearby.
Yeah, next to Vi. He's a toasted mess right now.
Loot the body!
I heard the burgomaster is dead.
No, I mean, like, I'll check and see if he's got anything useful.
He does have a sack of coins on him. There is 50 platinum in there. Real quick. Are you doing this, like, right now? Right in front of guards? And mastiffs?
Yeah.
Like, are you trying to be
100%.
sneaky about it, or are you just
No.
doing it?
I'm just gonna go for
okay.
this in front of everybody.
Oh, you're mostly looking for maybe a diamond, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take his money too, but I'm, like, looking for a diamond.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand real quick.
Let's let a hoof.
Y'all, this is a -1. We'll see what happens.
So
Okay, that's a 16, though.
15 in this
No, it's a
whole-
16. I rolled a 17, so it is a 16.
Okay, it's 16. So even better, even better. In this whole, like, hellscape of bullshit happening all over the place, the guards do not see you pocket the money. Looking through, there is, like, a signet ring. There is, like, a gold chain that he wears. Kind of gives off the vibes of, like, a symbol of office or some shit like that. He does also have in his pocket a small red gemstone. You're not sure what that does, but you unfortunately find no diamonds.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take the gemstone just in case it's useful. But, okay.
You just put it in your pocket. Or...
Yeah, I'll just pocket it.
Okay, make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, balls.
Better you than me right now.
That, my dear, will be a 9.
Okay. Put it in your pocket.
It's fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Shane, Avi, Lillian, Draven. It'd be at this time that you watch Ira stop breathing.
Oh.
Can I cast CPR?
Can you cast CP?
You can certainly start trying to bring them back, but unfortunately.
Avi's just silently praying to the Raven Queen. Just like to help her, I guess, her spirit cross over.
I wasn't paladin enough to do anything about it.
Rictavio walks over and puts his hand on your shoulder, Draven. And it'd be now that you, Lily, and Avi first hear this voice. Shane, you've heard him already. Or no, Draven, you heard him already. So Shane, it's not his usual voice. That's, higher pitched and happy and chipper. It almost sounds like an older man. Sometimes we lose those close to us. And we can't help but think, what could I have done? Speaking as a man who has lost many, do not let your thoughts dwell on this. Seek me out in the inn, and we'll have a talk.
Before
When
you
you're
go,
ready.
do you know Greater Restoration?
I don't. And he looks down at the body, and you can see him look down and see the knife. But I think I might know something. I have some reading to do. Take some time. I'll be ready. And he begins walking away. He gets...
Lily is just leaning down next to Ira and takes her hand and just repeatedly just says, "I'm sorry." Just crying over her.
He gets about here, and you get down on your knees and you're holding her as you do that. When you hear a few screams, the guards ready themselves and start looking around, ready to face whatever danger is happening. Eventually, you realize it's getting darker. Too dark, too fast. Looking up, roll perception checks. Everyone who is still alive. Sorry, Elizabeth. Sorry.
Look,
I'm not
I just sent
used
you
to
a
this.
character sheet, so you can introduce Semyaza whatever you like.
I got a
was
plan for it.
prepared
It's
for
okay.
this.
I got a plan.
18.
Lily got a 26.
Seven.
So the 18 and the
Disadvantage.
26, the two of you look up. And you notice the clouds that are coming in aren't clouds. It is a thick swarm of bats descending upon the town. They start swooping down, and you hear more screams of people trying to get away. You hear the sounds of battle as the guards start fighting back. And then you see something much more unexpected. From the other side of the city, you see another swarm of black-winged creatures. Ravens. Avi, Jessamine, who has been sitting on your shoulder this whole time, after Ira fell, nudges against you and takes off.
I just want to remind you that Justme is now a pseudo-dragon, but
That's
yes. Okay.
She takes off into the skies.
Okay.
Friend of hers?
The new winged creatures are ravens. They meet the bats in the sky, and you watch a battle. Many people start running and getting indoors and trying to escape the bats. Rictavio yells out, "Everyone, get to the inn."
Plan.
You watch as a couple of bats head down towards him, and for a moment, he is surrounded. And you all watch a flash of light as all of the bats around him drop. Well, stop staring, let's go.
Avi's just gonna grab Shane and start booking it.
I'll throw Ira over my shoulder.
Interesting thing, Vive. When you saw Rictavio do that, you heard a word. A divine word. You know this spell. Or at least have heard of it. You gather everyone. Everyone make a athletics checks, please.
Let's follow the shiny man.
Ugh. My athletics is not good. Oh, that's actually not bad.
22.
Okay. Draven, 19, good.
19.
14.
21.
I get a flat
Nat
roll.
20.
If Avi's hauling me, do I get a flat roll?
I just rolled a nat 20, so
I'll bump yours up a little bit then, Shane, and you would succeed. Because the 14 was close. You all are able to avoid all of the bats here and there, casting cantrips. Avi and Shane, the two of you, launching off Eldritch Blasts where you can. Vive just running in the middle of the pack, carrying Ira. Draven here and there, you're swinging your blade and taking down bats. Rictavio, every once in a while, also slashing with his cane sword. Eventually, the party does start to reach the Blue Water Inn. You see there are a few men outside, standing like in guard positions in these black cloaks adorned with feathers. You see that all of the windows are shuttered closed. You run up to the doors, and who would reach it first? Probably
me.
Avi and Shane.
Yeah, me.
You get to the doors and they are shut. There are two men standing there, with bats at their feet. Dead bats at their feet.
Good work, fellas.
They look at you. I'm sorry, the doors are sealed.
Rictavio over here, Reykjavik, he wants us inside of there. You may
comes
want to
running
take
up.
this up with
I think Erwin would like to speak with these people. You watch him look very intently in this guard's eyes. And he nods. Two quick bangs against the door, and you hear as a lot of stuff is moved out of the way, and the doors are opened. You make your way inside of the Blue Water Inn. You are met with a scene kind of like a field hospital, something that would be familiar to some of you. There are people on the ground, covered in bandages. Some commoners, others, like the men outside with the black cloaks, some with limbs missing, others not moving. You see Danica running about and gathering basic medicine supplies, whether it be bandages or water. You see her 2 sons running about doing the same thing. As your party comes in, Danica looks over at you all. She looks... Her hair's a mess. She's sweating. She looks as though she's been running for quite a lot at this point. I can't word right now. Sorry.
Can I look around and see who is the most hurt?
Mm-hmm. Make a medicine check.
That's a dirty 20.
You do. You walk over and you see one of the men in a black cloak. He looks as though his face has been torn up, slashed to pieces, as well as his throat. And his breath
And he's
is
still alive?
slowing down. His heartbeat is slowing down.
Okay. I would like to start ritually casting Cure Wounds, and then for as long as people are willing to hang around, I'm just gonna go around the people who are hurt in like order of most drastic and start casting Cure Wounds on people.
Okay.
As a ritual, so it.
Roll a d20 for me.
I will also expend more of my Lay of Hands healing pool to assist.
Okay.
Or cover the others.
15.
15. Okay. Draven, roll a d8.
We're all inside now, right?
Yes. As you go inside, the doors are once again sealed
5.
and shuttered close. Okay. So between the two of you, through some time, about 45 minutes to an hour, you are able to save the lives of 20 people.
While they're doing this, for anybody who has died or they weren't able to save, Avi is going to each one and giving like a quick blessing, like
Helping them pass
to
on.
their souls. Yeah,
Um,
from pass on.
as he first comes through, you see Rictavio touch a few bodies. And you see a little light. And then he heads up the stairs toward his room. After an hour of everything going on outside, eventually things calm. More wounded are brought in. The ones that were healed leave, some back to battle, others back home. Eventually the battle ceases. And your party running around that have been helping those that you could. Vive, where would you have left Ira?
In all honesty, probably with the dead.
Throughout
Sitting.
all of this, there is another woman who's been running around helping with bandages and cleaning. I don't have a token for her right now, but we'll fix that.
Just use Iris for right now. It's
We'll
fine.
just use Iris for right now, but
I'll get you one of the pieces of fan art for Semyaza.
Ira,
to
what
ya.
was your character's name?
Semyaza Chaos.
Can you spell that for me?
Semyaza.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
And then
Before we
chaos.
get far along, I would just like to say that whenever I've helped whoever I can, I want to immediately go to Ira. If Ira's dead, and there's nothing I can do, then like to immediately go to Ira and cast ceremony of funeral rites so she can't be undead for at least a week.
That's good.
So, as
Wait a
part of
sec, wait a
this,
sec. I was waiting for a moment like that before we get too involved with the new character. So I just want to say that Lily is, she was helping when she could, but she mostly wanted to stay by Ira. And after watching Vibe do the ceremony, she just grabs him and hugs him, and like silently cries with him.
as part of this ceremony, Vive, you remove the blade. It is completely black, with a small green gemstone on the hilt, and the blade curves like a kriss.
Whole
Eventually,
time.
the door opens once again, and you all look over, waiting for more injured to come in. But instead, in walks Irwin. Haggard, couple cuts, couple bruises. Probably looks like he got a little bit of his ass handed to him, but he's definitely not at death's door or anything like that. He walks in. Well, that was unexpected. And he walks over to the bar and sits down, and Danica comes up, hands him a drink. And you just see them talking quietly.
I have a question,
Mm-hmm.
real quick. Can I reach out with my mind and check to see if Destiny is within range?
Yes. So periodically throughout there, you were connecting with Jessamine here and there, and you see through her eyes. She joined the battle and tore apart bats left and right.
My girl.
Interesting thing,
Good.
actually, Avi, I want you to roll a perception check for Jessamine.
Okay.
Whole time that Vive and Draven were healing and Rictavia was healing.
Do I add my perception to that as well, or is that just a straight roll?
You would add the perception of a dragon.
Or
A
perception?
secret dragon.
Okay. Moment, please. I forgot to pull up my secret dragon thing.
Shane, what'd you ask?
The whole time that Vive and Draven and Reykjavik were helping people, Shane couldn't do shit. So he was just sitting next to Ira, speaking in Infernal, because I don't know if anybody else knows that. And accidentally at some point turned back into the Shatterkai form that he originally had. Was telling Ira all about a friend he used to have who died in someone else's war. He knows the whole story.
I think this is actually a good point for Semyaza to sit down, and also in Infernal.
Ooh.
I've lost a few friends too.
Keep dying in other people's wars. I'm getting a little tired of it.
That's kind of the nature of war, don't you think?
Jessamy rolled an 18.
18. Here and there, she did see ravens fall. But where they landed, they were not ravens, but people.
Like they hit the ground and turned into people?
So what you're saying is we just played a game of let the bodies hit the floor.
I was gonna say, just be careful because it's raining men.
And women.
Women. Maybe some
What
kids.
Specifically, with an
direction did they
18.
come from?
With an 18, she saw Irwin. With two short swords cutting away. And then she saw him shift shape into a raven. Leaping into the air, flying, shifting back, slicing, shifting back, flying. He was
I knew I like that man.
graceful and terrifying.
And is Irwin in the inn where we are right now?
He's
She
drinking.
saw that during the battle.
Yeah, but is she telling this to Avi? Okay, I just want to make sure, like, he's where we are right now, okay.
Correct.
We're gonna have a conversation, I guess.
Are we having a conversation? I've been talking to the dead bodies, so they're
Octavio
not.
comes down the stairs with a book, an old book.
Fucking books.
Vive. Did you remove the knife from Ira?
I did.
Bring it here, please.
Okay.
And he heads back
bring
up
it
the
up.
stairs. Going with him.
Just before I do, I just want to kind of look at Lily and see if she's going to be okay if I just walk away. I've broken that promise too many times.
Good save.
She tells you silently, but she motions that it'll be fine. She just needed that moment.
Then I'll follow him.
In here, this small guest room contains a bed heaped with wolf furs, a footlocker, a tall wardrobe, and a writing desk with a matching chair. And oil lamps rest atop the desks, near a journal bound in a red leather jacket, as well as a few other old books that look like they've been pulled out of a trunk nearby, with an R on the trunk. Octavio sits down and sets the book down and holds his hand out without looking at you.
I'll take it.
He turns and looks the dagger.
Oh, I understand. And I'll hand him the dagger.
Let's go. Your hand takes the dagger. You can see him holding it, and looking over his shoulder, you see a bit of text and a crude sketched drawing of a dagger that looks just like this.
So, like, who are you?
That's not your concern right now.
But it kind of is. I just handed over something immensely powerful that killed my friend. From a man who is a sociopath. You have seemed to be helpful thus far, but you presented yourself as much less, and once I talked to a man with a monkey. Tells me you are the man that I need, and therefore I ask again, who are you?
He sets the knife down. He reaches to his head and puts his hand on nothing and pulls away a hat. His form shifts into that of a older man. Human, rather than half elven, as he's been shown. His suit, kind of a brownish gold color, wearing glasses and receding hairline. My name is Rudolph van Richten. Go ahead and roll a history check. Doing math.
Sorry,
Math.
just calculate in plus math is bad times. But that is a 22.
22. You know exactly who he is. He is a world-renowned monster hunter. He has quite literally wrote the book on hunting many different types of monsters. How to kill them, where to find them. Yeah.
Alright. What do you need to know?
Right now, I have a certain question that I wish to ask all of your group. However, at the moment, we'll settle for this. And he points back at the book and the knife. This is a weapon of the Balvertse, an ancient order of assassins. As far as I can see, they died out a few centuries ago. But there are writings and evidence that they were in this land. My guess is some were sent after Strahed himself. He then took care of them and took this as a prize. From what I know, any that have met the sharp end of this blade have never survived.
That work on a vampire?
Possibly. Untested.
Do you know of any particular drawback to the blade?
Yes,
Yeah.
using it will consume your soul, much like it does to the victim.
Sucks.
That I like mine, so I'm going to keep it as long as I
Also
can.
explains how Strahed was able to use it.
What is he?
He's unlike any vampire that I have faced. That I know. I've been able to avoid his detection through a few means, while I have spent some time trying to find ways to bring him down. One of which is spending time in this place. And he just kind of gestures to the end. Where I suspected and today got confirmation. This place is run by a coven of were-ravens.
Okay, but that is pretty cool. Okay, but that is pretty fun.
Indeed. Now then, there may be a way to save your friend.
I'm listening.
Long ago, there was a group of elves that lived in this land of Barovia, known as the Dusk Elves. They are said to have known of a power of this land that had been connected to Baal himself. As As far as I am aware, there are a few survivors of these groups. One not far out of the locking.
Okay, where? You very cryptic. I'm going to keep asking for more clarification. You should just give it to me.
He
I'm
just
very
takes a deep breath.
I will admit, there are some like cultural things that are very like subtleties. Like people think, oh, the Fae, they are all subtle. No, we tell people what we want. They just think it's riddles. We're very straightforward. We ask for what we want, but they don't understand. They think it's poetry because when I tell them to like walk towards
He
the
holds his hand
setting
up.
sun,
Get your friends. We will have a small conversation, and then we will go see the elves. Good enough?
okay, that's great. I have one thing I have to collect on before we leave town, but it can be fast. It can be like on the way out.
We
Look, I
might
do
also
not do-
want to find a new leader for this town.
Oh, I thought you meant for us, and I was like, oh, you thought Ira was the leader. We don't have one of those.
No, I'm aware of that.
I understand what you mean now.
I am quite familiar with you.
Good, because I'm not. And then I'm going to turn around and go back.
Organize chaos.
You head back down. Are you just gonna ask the others to join him in, or?
I'm going to do my best impression of subtlety. And I'm going to go to each person individually and with the utmost sincerity, just go, I think we need to talk upstairs, like right now.
Okay.
Semyaza looks at Shane and just passes her flask real quick. I don't know why, but I have a feeling you're gonna want to sip off this.
I want to drink the whole thing, but I should probably be a little clearer in my head for the next little bit.
Shane's gonna try to do it, and Avi's just gonna like fucking take the flask out of his hand after like a second and hand it back.
I'm gonna lean over to Ira. And just be like, "We'll be back in a minute, love. Don't go anywhere."
Don't worry, I got her. She don't seem to be going anywhere.
She's a heavy sleeper. She's a heavy sleeper, from what I hear.
Oh God.
But if people will follow me, I'll circle people upstairs.
Yeah, we'll follow.
Okay. He actually meets you guys in the larger room with 4 beds. Just because space.
Eating.
At this point, they do see that 2 of them have been pushed together.
Yeah. As you all
Five.
get in there, you do see Rictavio, the half-elven. Now then. I have not been 100% honest with all of you, and right now is not the time for secrets. So he again reaches up into nothing and pulls off a hat, revealing his original humanoid
I
form.
can do that. I turn into his old form. His young form. Rictavio form. I'm Rictavio. I'm Reykjavik now.
My name is Rudolph Van Richten. Come
Cool.
here.
I have Rictavio.
Actually, whoever wants to can make a history check. We'll see who all knows about it.
Wow, I'm the asshole who wants to be like, when you get drunk, are you the red-nosed Rudolph? I'll leave. I'm sorry.
Can somebody stealth outside the door to be hearing this shit?
Roll stealth check, please.
Alright.
Got a 10 with my disadvantage.
Guys, can you behave for like 2 minutes? Just like
Hey, that's a dirty 20.
I'm very well behaved. People just don't believe me.
Um,
wonder why.
he informs you all of the knife. Gives you the information that he gave Vive.
Can I ask a quick DM? Can I ask a
Mhm.
quick DM question?
Yeah.
Is that what my patron wanted me to bring to him? Knives. Okay.
Also, what did everybody roll for history again?
Nah.
10?
6.
Draven?
Should I roll for history since Semyaza's just like chilling out in the hall?
I'll give it to you.
8. So
8. Okay. Um,
awful tonight.
14.
14.
I'm tired, man.
You have heard of Rudolf Van Richten before.
Wrote a book.
Yeah, you're like, I read it in a book somewhere once. You in fact read it on the cover of the book because he was the author, but you don't remember that.
She's like, wait, I think I have it. Pulls out her bag. I think. Aha!
Roll a d6.
Two.
You have Van Richten's Guide to Hunting Phantoms. So,
Well then.
he says, outside of town is a group of the Dusk Elves that could have some information on what to do with the knife to release your friends. So, I do not know if that would bring them back to life. But, be a lot better than being trapped wherever she is.
One of these elves happened to be wounded.
I do not know.
What's that? Neither do I.
I met an elf a long time ago, from strange places. I expect these elves to have strange names, for his was very odd. He called him Dobby, and he always spoke in third person, and I never understood it.
Are they related to
Sure
the
that
elves?
wasn't just a dream?
They related to the elves of the Keebler Woods.
God fucking damn it.
I hate both.
You two in your fever dream.
Just, you know.
I'm a little exhausted right now. It's not my fault.
Chat, you see what I gotta do.
I love
I
I love all of you right now.
Feel drunk. I'm not.
He says,
Also, I want it known that Rictavio reminds me of what's his face from a series of unfortunate events.
Lemony. Or, Otto.
Count Olaf.
Olaf.
I know. I totally 100% agree. Because I have said exactly the same thing.
He looks like Olaf.
He, holding the knife. He says, I tell you all this for a reason. If I assist you in releasing your friend's soul, I in turn ask for your assistance. For I intend to destroy Strahed utterly.
Oh yeah, that was already on the table. We were gonna try.
I am aware you were going to try, but from what I can tell, your plan would have been run into Ravenloft itself and try to find him and cut his head off.
Why would it be that? There was a weird light coming from Ravenloft. We would have to deal with that first, because
He
he
looks
wasn't
over
getting
at
hurt
Shane.
very well.
It wasn't that wasn't entirely my plan.
Well, yes, but he's the idiot, and we tell him we're not following his plans most days.
It's just part of it.
Avi
Right.
just nods her head.
See?
The battle at the coffin shop. How'd that go?
The dead are dead.
Mm-hmm.
The Battle of the what?
See, look, these teeth, they used to be in a vampire's skull.
And the battle at the church. How did that go?
That sucked. That sucked.
Did it?
Literally.
I don't know. I was in the basement putting bones back. What happened?
Yeah, 5. Look, see these right here? Here and here?
Oh.
Yeah, I got. Well, Avi had them, so I was like, they look pretty cool.
Well, she's very capable, but I don't know if you were okay. Those
I mean,
are
I'm
weird.
not. I'm not still dead, so that's
What's
mostly on
I
track.
don't like the fact that you stood still.
Right. That I need to. That's Lily. Mostly, she summoned a literal god.
Well, she's perfect.
This is true. Like
Avi has a very
80% that.
displeased look on her face.
Also, some of your judgments are questionable at best. Especially considering you all want to hunt a vampire with a Dampier in your party.
What?
So much for the cover.
Yes.
We have a plan. I have a plan for that.
Yeah, we got the Shatter Kai, the Water Genasi, the chain. Are you a Dampier? Oh my god. That makes a lot of sense.
I rest my case
What-
on the judgment.
What? Mhm.
Okay, but like, I don't go poking into people's business if they don't want me to know. He told me he was human good enough for me. What the fuck are you coming in here with all of these judgments for?
Draven.
He is human.
5.
He's still-
He's right. He speaks the truth.
How many
I
have
mean,
you
that's
killed?
cool.
A total of, as far as I know, 7.
It's pretty good.
Well, humans.
As far as you know. You had
Probably
an interesting
8.
morning, did you not?
Yes, I did.
And you know not where you were all night.
Well, seeing as how I passed out in a bed and woke up in a field, no.
And do you trust yourself not to kill your friends?
I mean, honestly, I
Your
don't have an
hesitation
answer.
says enough.
Fair enough.
He stands and pulls his sword from his king. I have spent my life hunting monsters. I have yet to decide if one stands before me. Does anybody do anything?
Oh yeah. Lily's got a spell
Avi's gonna
prepared.
step forward.
I'm gonna step next to Draven. I'm gonna tell him there are at least 2 monsters standing in front of you.
So you'll kind of just go in front of Draven and
Yeah.
I'm next to him.
And as soon as Shane says that, I'm just gonna chime in. There are more monsters in this room than we care to count, but we care to make it better. We care to try to improve the places we are. That we have done things, that we are things. That is our business. And as long as we are attempting to make it better, what business is it of yours?
Vive, it's fine. I appreciate the sentiment, but to be honest, I didn't ask for these abilities. I was never a monster to begin with. You tell me, am I a monster? How many of my kind have you slain? Is there a cure?
He looks at each and every one of you in the eyes. I have yet to see a monster have friends get in between them and danger as quickly as your friends just did. And he sheathes his sword. I'm satisfied for now. Gather your things. And he places his hat back on, turning back into Octavia.
I turn back into my original self too.
He opens the door. Semya, roll a d20.
Semyaza.
Semyaza.
Yeah, Sem Yowzer.
Just gonna call you Semya.
Did you see the pictures in chat?
I have not.
While this happens, Avi is gonna turn to Draven and is gonna put her hand on
Am
his
I
shoulder.
adding anything to it? Or is it just a straight roll? That's 17.
So, leaning up against the door as he walks to it, you are able to get out of the way of the door in time when he opens up and you don't fall into the room.
We're
You're
saying
standing
Avi?
there, you know. Trying to
Leaning
be
against the
nonchalant.
wall.
Just
No, she literally has Van Richten's guide to killing phantoms out and just like scrolling through, like skimming through it against the wall.
While all this is happening, Avi turns and puts her hand on Draven's shoulder and just looks him in the eyes and says, I got you into this mess. I intend to get you out of it to the best of my abilities.
I
did.
appreciate it, boss.
I think we can figure something out. You and me.
Hey, for
Avi's just
no
gonna slap Shane on the shoulder. Don't do anything stupid.
So what else am I gonna do?
Hey, while we are all here, super important thing to note. If you die, if you're fucking dead, and if we can find a diamond worth 300 gold, which I don't know where we ever will, but if any of you find it, hand it over. Because if you die, if I get to you fast enough, you can just not be dead. I've got a spell for that, but I cannot afford it at the moment. Or I think I might be able to at the moment, but I can't find one. So if you find one, hand it over, because at least you might not be dead. Yay.
Fucking HMO.
I feel like that's an important thing for the group to know, so I'm just going to go ahead and share that one.
as you all head back downstairs, you actually see Vasily coming in. He's got like an arm full of like satin blankets and Egyptian cotton sheet, like all these fresh linens that look expensive as fuck. And he comes in, he sets them down on the table, looks at Danica, and just points. She nods at him. He himself, he looks sweaty and unnerved, but helping.
Hey, it's the man! Hey man, how you do?
Hi. Hello. Yes. Interesting day, to say the least. Whew. Everyone is... He then looks over in the corner and sees Ira laying with the rest.
Not quite everyone.
Unless there is something you can do about it, I suggest leaving it alone for the time being.
Of course. I'm sorry.
Can I get my own dead body, like technically while everyone is doing their things?
You want to what?
I want to pickpocket Ira's dead body.
Semi,
And pocket
probably
what?
not.
The gold, just the gold.
Sure.
Like, a trident's not gonna do Semyaza any good. She's not gonna take that. She's just taking the gold.
Where is Ismark and Arena?
Well,
They're not.
okay, so Ismark was at the church. He left for the church last we saw him. And Irina was, I think, mind controlled and taken by Strahed. So that's something we have to deal with.
At least 2 Strahed.
A lot has happened then.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Strahd actually owes us another 200 gold.
Okay. Sure. Listen. They're going to be choosing a leader, a new burgomaster. I would really rather not do it. So if anyone asks you to put in a word,
I mean, you already owe me, so what are you gonna give us for that?
what is it
Your
you would
vibe,
ask of me?
love.
How about this? I'm going to ask you a question. And all I want is just an honest answer at the moment. Not in exchange for this, mind, but just to make it easy.
All right.
Do you own a diamond worth 300 gold?
Fuck. I do.
Very well. I will consider your other debt to me paid, and this added in addition in exchange for that diamond.
Roll a persuasion check.
I already know who I'm gonna nominate to be the new grill master.
Stop it.
Natural
What
20?
did you roll?
88.
Got it, Meg. He looks at you quietly for a moment. Reaches into his shirt and pulls out a ring adorned with a blood red diamond.
Consider all debts paid. I'll take it.
You do have a diamond worth 300 gold.
I promise you, Vive, it won't. I promise you I'll do my best not to make you use it on me.
We already talked. If you and somebody else go down at the same time, you're fucked. But if you are the only one down, congratulations. You get to come back. We only have one, so you only get it once.
One chance. One
That
opportunity.
sounds a bit harsh. A bit harsh.
Was it a
You
test?
Right.
You
then.
If
expect
Shane looks over at Avi, he's going to notice the stare of, you promise him?
Vain. 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 Right then. You all have it. Where are you going? Rectavio steps forward. We will be visiting the encampment of the Desk Elves. All right. I know you all helped save many people here. Danica's told me. I'm sure you helped in the fight that happened earlier as well. As a citizen of Vallaki, thank you for helping protect my town. You all have done a lot for this place. A lot for me. And though Vive says I am all paid up, if you ever need help, I'll do what I can. I count you all amongst my friends. He's then one of the Martika boys comes up, hands him a pail of water, says, "Let's go, need help." And he, right, of course, back to work, of course. Thank you all. And he gets to work and helping people. Unless anybody has anything else to do, the party gathers forth. Question mark.
How are we introducing Semyaza to the entirety of the party?
That. It's a wonderful question that I have not thought of. Because honestly, I didn't know if I was gonna die tonight, so we didn't really come up with a plan.
I mean, I'll give you an opportunity.
There's a group hydrate.
Group hydrate, yeah.
How about that?
Cap, we can't hear you if you're trying to talk.
I would like. Oh,
He was trying to say something, and I didn't think he was just miming to the camera.
God damn it,
Better?
Cap! You fucked with my camera placements.
Any better?
Yeah,
Yes, can hear you
We
now.
can hear you.
but your
I'm gonna
camera's
walk
off.
this. Is it off? Because I see me.
We don't.
I see you. I do.
I don't.
I see you, Discord.
he's here.
But yeah, no, on Dustin's end.
What were you trying to say, Cap?
I'm gonna walk with Semyaza as we're walking, and we're gonna be talking infernal, just like shooting the shit. I'm gonna pick her pocket and steal all of Ivor's money back.
Semyaza is going to do a check.
Semyaza, I'm gonna have you send me your character backstory and stuff, and then during the week I will come up with how you got to Barovia and all that.
That's an awful idea. I'm
I-
at disadvantage right now, and I have a +1.
Are we doing contested roles?
Was that up to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for it.
What are we doing? Dex at hand contested.
We'll do Dex.
Dex save or just Dex check?
Just Dex check.
Because I think
It doesn't matter.
22.
And Shane will.
That just barely beats a 5.
So
So as I go,
while Shade is trying to pickpocket Semyaza, she pickpockets him. What
As
do
I-
I get?
as I'm going to do it, I realize that you're doing that, and I grab your ass instead.
Can we get a visual description of this person?
I put it in general chat. She's a blue tiefling.
Put it in my Discord
You do
too.
that, and Avi walking behind you slaps you up the back of the head, Shane. Hard.
That's the not good idea.
Um, While we're walking, I would like to pull out my friend, the marionette of Strahed.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah. Before we left the inn, I took the Irina doll off the back of Ira.
Okay.
And while I'm here, I'm just
That's
gonna
what
be
you
like,
got. That's what Semyaza got.
make my white balance better. I'm just gonna be like, I'm Strahed. I'm a piece of shit. I wanted to make sure that the world sucks and everybody sucks, and I'm mean, and I want to kill people for no fucking reason, and I'm so important. And I'm just gonna walk like that for a hot minute.
That's why my dex was so bad.
Oh my.
Roll a d20.
Strahd, see this.
Strahd walks out from an alleyway.
I swear to God.
Oh shit.
Oh, and Strahd hears this.
Let him.
The die is cast, Brittany.
Oh,
God.
there's much booping.
We are just royally fucking ourselves over at every turn.
Oh shit,
Ah.
guys.
What's this we stuff you're talking about?
No, you fucker!
Cool. Semyaza, you now have an Ira doll, by the way. That's what you got when you pickpocketed me.
You made. When did you have time to make an Ira doll?
While
Not Ira doll, Irina doll. I got it off
Irina.
of Ira.
once you're out of town, you start heading west, following Rick Sabio. Give me a moment.
Brett.
Why?
Hang on, I gotta roll for stupid shit.
Yeah. DM panic mode.
As you are walking, are you at the front of the group, Vive, or?
No, I'd probably be at the back.
Distracting me.
I will be at the front.
Okay.
Well, we've already established that Semyaza is like next to Shane, so wherever Shane is, that's where Sam is.
Okay.
And I'll
And
be
she's
standing
flicking
right
her
behind you.
tail like an angry cat.
I need a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage, Vive.
A dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Vive or Draven?
Vive.
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
That's just a straight 9. And by the way, I rolled 2 9s.
You all hear a yelp of pain and a bright flash of light behind you all as Vive bursts into flame.
Oh gods!
Oh, it's been wonderful working with you all. Especially you, Sam.
Sitting on a rock nearby.
She has the Irina doll just like wave at Shade and then puts it back in the bag.
Sitting on a rock nearby, just off the road, is Strahd.
I would like to put the fire out.
Make another dexterity saving throw.
Sam is going to use Ray of Frost like a fire extinguisher.
Like Iron Man's.
But 15.
15, that'll be a fail. continue to burn with the spell Immolation. I apologize!
Oh.
Oh, fuck. So it's 4d6 after the initial one. I rolled 3, 6, 6, 6. So you take 21 more points of fire damage.
They do call him the Devil Strahed for a reason.
Sam,
Yeah.
what's your spellcasting ability?
Honestly, I don't know because she is a straight rogue, and this is from being dragon marked.
Rogue would be intelligent.
So make an
Oh,
intelligence check.
it's from your. Never mind.
Yeah,
From
Dragon
your-
Mark. So make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Are we in initiative right now, or are we just
Oh,
yelling
it's
out what we
showing
want to do?
wisdom. For all of the other spells, it's showing wisdom. So.
Okay, wisdom.
That's
check
probably
then.
right.
Lily, we'll get to that in just a moment.
Sure.
I also have something I want to do.
I have so many things I want to do.
16.
16. Take 5 points off of that damage 5. So heal yourself 5. The flames slightly douse, but continue to burn. Let me put. I don't have a map for this because
Right.
I did not expect this.
And with the fucking dummy, you go, I'm Strahed. If I don't know how to take a joke.
The water,
Okay.
the water genasi creates
did-
water over vibes.
All right. Make a wisdom check.
Wisdom, okay.
And
Saving
while all
throw
this
or
is
check?
happening, Avi is casting protection from evil and good on Shane.
Oh, Shane. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, was that a
Just instantly.
wisdom or check? Save or check?
Just to check.
21 total.
21. Take 5 more hit points. 5.
I am at full health.
And on fire.
Okay.
Temporary hit points for the fucking win.
Yeah, we're gonna do a thing here.
Oh dear.
Can I smack the dang doll out of his hand? Please.
Strahd stands,
Oh,
starts walking towards Vive.
Another one.
I would have thought you all have learned your lessons earlier today.
You are no fun. None. No fun. You have no sense of humor.
You are currently on fire, by the way.
I'm aware.
Okay.
All I
Make it-
smell,
Make another
all I
dexterity saving
smell
throw.
is stinking, burning
my
goat
God.
fur right now. It smells like a worm is burning to the ground right now.
It smells like a Turkish food eatery right
It
now.
smells like burning cashmere. Because it is burning cashmere. So that is an 18.
That succeeds. You are no longer on fire.
That's good. Good job, Vive.
That lasts a minute, by the way.
God.
Can't you? Yeah.
My guy, the end of the fact of the matter is, I'm not trying to pick a fight with you. I was making fun of you in order to make light of a situation that is very serious and intense. I really don't want to fight you. We've proven time and time again at the moment that is not going to work. So why don't you have far more important things to do than fuck around with us? So go do them. Be elsewhere. You're kind of obsessed with us, and at this point, it's a little weird.
It's a Faye thing.
Seth is kind of just like slowly backing away from Five.
Back up. This is what we do. Just go.
You have so many more important things to do than deal with us assholes. Cause that's what we are. Assholes. Who don't know why we're here or what we're doing. Go live your life. Do your important shit.
Currently, there is nothing more important in this entire land than helping you learn what happens to those who mock me. He holds his hand up and points at you. Have I made myself entirely clear? As he slowly points over to Lily, but still has eyes on you, Vi.
I'm going to step directly in front of her. And I'm going to stare him down. I entirely plan to leave you alone and go home. If you continue to threaten her, I do not feel I will have a choice. It is entirely my plan to leave as quickly as possible.
I don't think I want you gone, Vive.
Then what the fuck do you want? Just tell us! You have told us nothing but to kill a man we do not know, do not care for, do not know anything of this area. You speak nothing of what you want. You speak in riddles. They claim the Fae speak in riddles. We tell you to walk dustward. We mean a direction. Tell us what you want. That is all I ask.
I want what anyone wants, Vive. Roll persuasion check.
Use that inspiration you gave me.
Good idea.
Yeah, it is, because I rolled an 8, and then I rolled a 19, so that altogether becomes 22.
I am old. Vive. Very old. I have seen and done most things there are to do in this world. I wish to be entertained to the point of happiness. And as of right now, the look on your face is quite entertaining. In fact, and he snaps his fingers, all of you have a envelope appear in front of you with each of your names.
Semyaza is very concerned since she just joined this group.
You made poor choices.
She leans over to Shane. What the fuck have you guys been getting into?
Bad choices.
I'm seeing
One
this.
after the other. It's like exponential.
I hereby cordially invite you to a dinner, after which you all get to enjoy my wedding.
Kindly ask, if we say no, will you kill us?
Yes.
Okay, then there's our answer, guys.
Be aware, when you enter my castle, you will be under guest rights. so long as none of you make a hasty decision towards violence, you will be safe from me. I will do no harm to any of you while you are in my castle.
Do we have your word on that?
Vive, you are of a people who adhere strictly to laws, are you not?
Yeah.
Guest rights are one such law in this land. You do not need my word. You have the law.
But I would have it. There are laws of your people and there are laws of mine. I am asking you respect both.
Then I give it. You have my word that none of you will come to harm in my castle by my hand.
Thank you.
He looks down at the now burning
Okay,
ashes of the
but
doll.
what about the hands of your other guests? You gonna protect us from them?
They will also be under guest rights. If they try to break it, they will regret what happens afterwards. Have a wonderful evening. He steps backwards and reaches, and almost as if he pets something, coming into this realm, into this space. You're not sure how to describe what you see, but you see a black horse with a flaming mane, eyes as white as fire. I do so hope that you accept my invitation. He mounts his horse.
Guys, you are aware that is a nightmare, right?
I believe that is what we call a puppy.
I've had far worse nightmares.
Look, we had
Oh,
a
boy.
devil steal our horse, and it turned into one of those. So, yeah.
I mean,
Don't fuck with the horse either.
quite frankly, the fact of the matter is, this land cannot take a joke. It cannot take the lighting of the atmosphere. Because all I was trying to do, our friend is a strong word, but our companion fucking died this morning. Just trying to get a single smile out of people, and I get fucking threatened like that. Well, I don't, but she does, and that's far more important. So the fact that this land cannot take a goddamn joke, I'm starting to see don't fuck with things.
You are
Lily
learning well,
is like
Vive.
turning Vive around, like checking him to make sure he's okay.
Burnt.
And then just, yeah, burnt, but you're okay.
The
And then
the
she looks at him.
doll is gone.
I
my
would
God.
say I'm not as burnt.
Goodbye.
I'm definitely charred, but in terms of how I look, there should be more burn issues than there are. I look fine, but covered in soot with a lot of singed fur.
Lily just makes sure that he's paying attention, and she says, if you scare me like that again, I will kill you myself. Do you understand?
Guys,
Don't do it to me.
head decisions were always my thing. Like you just why'd everybody did I infect everybody?
It wasn't
Strahd's still here? Is Strahd still here? Is he on his horse watching this conversation?
He takes off into the sky.
I want to talk to Strahd. All right, I'll talk to you at dinner.
Did you want to say something before he left? What do you want to say?
2 times in 24 hours.
Huh?
What do you want to say?
I wanted to tell him that
Well.
I'm sorry.
For what?
For what being stuck here has done to you.
Ooh.
This wasn't always you. And I don't know what price you had to pay to become this. I am sorry.
I have a question from DM. Who has the book?
Ira had the book.
Ira had the book. Who has it now?
Well, I did pickpocket Ira. Can we just say that pickpocket roll, I also grabbed the book, because we established that I had the doll.
God, unless anyone would have taken it otherwise, I'd say yeah.
I grabbed a handful of her ass when I tried to pickpocket her. I didn't get anything.
I think maybe Draven would have the book, only because he and Ira were down in the pit when we both decided to pull onto it.
Okay. He dismounts. You see a flash of blue cross his eyes. And he looks over at you, Draven, and walks right up to you. You see something in Strahd's face you haven't fully seen before. Absolute hatred. Give me the book.
I look at the rest of the party. What do you want with it?
If another word comes out of any of your mouths, all of you die here now. Give me the book.
I hold the book up.
He takes it,
Uh,
and you get a little child. I heard that.
no, actually, I was going to toss it to somebody away from me.
Who do you toss it to?
Let me look at the screen. Oh, shit. Phew. I want to say Shane, but
Roll a d20.
okay, that works.
Oh, I got a 19. You begin the motion to toss it. He grabs your arm and he squeezes. You take 4 points of damage as he shatters your arm. Takes the book. Do not test me anymore today. I am not done having fun with this little group. I'd rather not have that fun end today. He turns and heads back to the horse. By the way, Draven, I hope you enjoyed your breakfast. He then starts riding away.
Why doesn't this feel as painful as it should?
Was
Yes,
the
false
DM
life
roll
on myself.
low on damage?
I'm going to heal my shattered arm.
With what?
Dude, that's a trick. I can't do that. You're gonna have to teach me how to do that.
Can I use lay on hands or healing pool or whatever it's called?
You used it all.
Oh, did I?
Healing all the people. So
Right.
did Vive.
Nope, I made point saying that I cast as ritual. I made point to say I cast as ritual.
Cure
which
wounds cannot be used as a ritual. It's not
ritual
ritual.
cast.
Has to be marked as a ritual to be able to cast as a ritual spell.
He offers to heal your arm for you.
Thank you.
Before you do,
Oh.
Rudolph steps up, places his hand on your arm. Yeah, a little rough. It kind of hurts. You have to be the stupidest group I've ever met. And he casts Cure Wounds.
There's a heavy sigh from Lily.
Semyaza just goes, hey, you just met me. They just met me. How do you know how stupid I am? You don't know yet.
I have a feeling. He begins walking away. You
She
take,
flicks
you take
her
4 points of
tail.
healing. And your arm resets. He then leads you all towards the camp. The woods part to reveal an expansive clearing, small grass-covered hill with low houses built into its sides. Fog obscures the details, but you can see these buildings feature elegantly carved woodwork and have decorative lanterns hanging from the sculpted eaves. Atop the hill above the fog is a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent with a column of smoke pouring out through a hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even at a distance, you can smell the odors of wine and horses that emanate from this central area. As you approach, Rudolph says, "Interesting. The hovels are of elven make, but these wagons are very obviously of Vistana. When you all arrived, didn't you arrive with a group of Vistani?
I mean, we arrived with a few.
Right then. Let's go have a conversation with the elves. Let's see if he can. Yeah, with a natural 20, he does. This got a lot easier. Hold on. Standing quietly in front of the house, bathed in warm light of its lanterns, are 3 sullen gray-cloaked figures. Their angular features... Wow, what fucking What was that? Angler? What are we, fishing? Holy fuck. Sorry. Gray cloaked figures with their angular features and black flowing hair half hidden under their cowls. Approaching these figures, you do... Avi, you would be the quickest to recognize... Actually, you and Shane would be the quickest to recognize the features of elves. With the exception of you can't see their ears because they're all wearing hoods. As you approach, they look at you really confused. I'm gonna call them Rictavio and Rudolph off and on. Fucking deal with it.
Vicky Vic.
Rudolph steps forward. We have come to speak with the leader of your people. And the three look at each other. What for and why should we allow it? We have something that may interest him. Something from long ago. And he pulls out the dagger. The three elves once again look at each other and nod. They open the door, allowing your group to enter. Inside, it is a simple hovel. It is very sparsely furnished. The embers in the fireplace glowing red, but low. You see a grim, gray-cloaked figure that stands by the fireplace. He turns, and I'll actually see. I think he has a handout. I can show you what he looks like. He turns around and looks at you all. To what do I owe the pleasure of this unwanted visit? Rudolph steps forward and places the dagger on a table. Casimir looks over. His name is Casimir. And what is it you wish me to do with that? This dagger, once again switching into his Van Richten voice, has power within it. A power that I think you and your people are familiar with and know the origins of. These people require your aid to release a soul stuck inside. You hear a laughter from the elven man. You're serious? And he looks at the rest of you.
Well, can you do it?
By the gods, you are serious. And I take it you also have no idea what that is.
A really fucked up dagger that killed one of ours.
I know loss as well. I know loss on a more grand scale than I think any of you know.
We just met you. We don't know your loss. And you don't know ours. So can you do it?
I can take you to a place where that would be possible. A place of cold, a place of death, and a place more dangerous than maybe even Ravenloft itself.
So not much different than this entire fucking place. Heard. Let's go.
Well, since Strahed just shattered my arm and didn't really hurt all that much,
Excuse
why not?
me. You have met him then?
Yeah, he's kind of a dick.
He invited us to his wedding. I
He
think we
reaches
have
up
to say yes.
and pulls down his hood, revealing his ears have been cut off. I know full well how much of a dick Strahed can be.
Sem is just like covering her own pointed ears. Dude, no.
Five's little goat ears flutter a little.
If you all are enemies of Strahed, then I'll happily take you.
Where do you think we got the dagger? Who do you think plunged it into our friend? Again, friend is a strong word, but it's what we're gonna go with.
He puts his hand out. Casimir Belikov. Pleasure to meet you.
Survive these at your service.
Every time.
You were
time.
fucking. It was my name.
Every time.
You good, Dustin?
I'm alright. Shane? Before you see a wounded elf.
Certainly do. Do I need a history check?
Huh?
Have a wiki check.
You do not need a history check, for simply you asked earlier if it was a wounded elf. So I assume it's already on Shane's mind. Unless that was just you saying it, not.
No, that was Shane.
Which card was it?
Beggar.
Right there. A wounded elf is what you seek. He will part with the treasure to see his dark dreams fulfilled. That was the card for which this card is a card of power and strength. Tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. Alright then. We'll be heading to the Amber Temple. Out on Mount Gakis. I hope you all can handle the cold.
So, Samyaza actually, instead of fire resistance, she has cold resistance.
Being a blue tiefling?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't figured out how to put it in D&D Beyond to switch it out from fire to cold.
Nah,
But-
that's fine.
He's just tired.
Uh, if you all think you can get inside, then I'm excited. I suggest you get some rest, possibly some warm clothes, and we leave in the morning. Because at this point in time, it'd probably be around like 4, 5 in the evening.
Wait, did you say sleep? Perfect.
Preparing for the journey.
Could use about 2 good nights of sleep, but I'll take what I can get.
The road is long. Yeah. Where do you guys all go to rest? There is
What's
not room
here?
in this hovel.
Are we just camping nearby?
I
I
mean,
think so.
is it possible that I could have saved a single 3rd level spell?
Roll d20. If you get above a 12, you have a single one.
Ooh, I rolled a 13.
Good night.
Cool. Then, if we can just find somewhere flat, I've got something that will keep us relatively safe.
Yeah, at the bottom of the hill, there's a flat area.
Amazing. Then I will cast Leomund's tiny hut. So we have something.
Damn.
Does anyone else just picture the Triwizard Tournament tents
Yeah,
when they think Lehman's Tiny
Pretty
Hut?
much.
yeah.
Pretty much.
I will,
Okay,
I will
not
shrink
on the
down.
inside.
We'll shrink down to 410 to take up as little space as possible.
But if we squeeze in,
Pretty
we'll
heavy.
we'll be a little on top of each other, but if we squeeze in, we should be able to fit.
Rudolph looks. I will find my own accommodations.
I'm into what you do.
He does like a respectful bow and walks away.
I will make sure that the hut itself, because I can pick the color, will be as close in color to the surrounding area as possible.
Looking at it, it honestly looks like just an extra little hill at the bottom of a hill.
I turn to Avi and just say, "Top of bottom, love."
Yeah.
Good call.
It is a very small hut. There are no rooms. It is a bubble.
It is a boink-free zone.
Yeah. Unless you
That's
are willing to invite everybody and everybody consents, chill.
I mean,
You gotta run that by
Obviously,
Avi.
just glaring daggers at Shane.
Look, I have made enough horrible decisions for one day. I've cost this team enough for one day. I think we
Oh,
can sleep.
I'll sleep on the roof.
I appreciate that.
Ceiling.
Really hanging there.
Inside. Ceiling.
I was about
The
to
top.
say, it defeats
Peak.
the purpose of the bubble, but now I understand.
All right. Well,
That's a very weird thing to think about. Just staring up at your friend sleeping above you. Just like, very weird.
I'm just
You
looking.
open your eyes and they're just staring at you.
Okay. Dustin, point of clarification. Do I get to keep some of my stuff from her original campaign?
depends on what it is. I'll have to take a look.
It's a little symbiote that acts as her armor. But it also would occasionally give her wings and spider claws depending on what Rick wanted to do to torment me.
I'll have to think on that
It's-
one. Because maybe?
Well, because I was
I'll
gonna
have a
say,
little fun
in
with
this
that.
instance, she could have Twilight do like the spider claws and get up on the ceiling too.
I
We'll have to
repeat,
see.
this is a very small bubble, but we can all kind of just fit. It's more for a protection thing than comfort.
Speaking of comfort, like, it is very comfortable inside, like, temperature-wise.
Protection is comfortable.
Something worse, definitely.
As you all lay your heads down to sleep, real quick, Draven, you got pants on? Or is everyone just looking up at Barovia's ass?
Well, that would also mean, is he laying on his stomach but on the roof, and so his ass is at us? Or does he laying on his back on the roof so his dick's
Or we
just
can
like
get
a full view of Barovia's package too.
I always lay on my stomach.
Meg, we're gonna need some art. Uh,
I'll add it to the list.
This is what I was going for.
Actually, I think that art might be better suited for Lily's friend.
Shane.
Look,
That.
of all the ways that Semyaza could be introduced to Barovia's ass, this is not the worst.
It earned its title.
Shane,
Oh, have I not cost them enough today?
in your dreams, you find yourself in the tavern. The figure, now less amorphous, starting to take more of a humanoid shape, sits at a table near the fire. I failed you today, Shane. I'm sorry.
I ask too much. We forget sometimes. We pray to you, folk. We forget how much you're already doing.
I had promised to protect your friends, to help you do so. As I am now, it seems we are not strong enough to do that. But I know you are going to be able to find me. And once we are together in person, and not just in this place, me and you will have enough strength to protect everyone. This, I promise you.
I promise to do my best. Find you.
I know, my friend. I know.
Could I ask? I wouldn't ask a favor after all the gifts you've given me. Did you have a request, if I may?
Of course.
I don't know what part Lily has to play in this, but I do know that she is not broken in quite the way that I am, and your presence unsettles her. So if you could see fit to not visit her dreams, or interfere with her powers, would be greatly appreciated.
The dreams I can agree to. But it was my help with her power that kept you alive in the church a few days ago. Without me helping, it won't be enough. I'm sorry. But I will stay out of her dreams.
Appreciate that. And if you want any message conveyed to her, I will do so gladly on your behalf.
Only that I apologize for the uncomfortableness that I have caused. As you sit down, you both enjoy a drink. Eventually, the dream ends. Vive. Once again, in your glade, you see sitting in a tree nearby your queen.
My lady, how do you do?
I would do a lot better if friends of mine weren't doing stupid things.
I was making a joke. I didn't think he could hear me. I was trying to lighten the mood for the people around.
Lighten yourself!
I've since learned the asshole has ears.
You lit something.
There are a few things that happen in Barovia that Strahed does not know about. Something you should keep in mind. Maybe use to your advantage.
Might I ask something then? It is heavy on my heart,
Of course.
and you owe me no answers, of course. But she that is the most important to me, my dear lily pad, she has been visited by an entity of sorts, and I know not what it is or what it does. But it concerns her and calls to her in a way that is most unsettling. Have you any clue what it is?
Unfortunately, there are things beyond even my knowledge. But from what I have gathered, he has so far protected you and yours. I would not go as far as saying this entity can be trusted. But I do not wholly think that it is malignant.
I'm not going to be able to go home before this is over.
From what I can tell, dear wife, there is only one way home.
And the monster. Or at least that one.
The good thing is, you are well on your way to do such that.
We have found the man and the monkey and the elf with no ears. I still do not understand how these things truly help us. I ask too much. But do you know what guest rights are here? Do you know what that allows us? Safe passage, it sounds. Yes, he gives me his.
So long as you do not harm him nor any other guests, he cannot harm you as much as he would like to try.
What happens if he tries?
Let's just say I would not wish anyone to experience that.
Do words count as harm? Must I watch my tongue more when we have accepted this particular invitation? I will watch my tongue mostly outside of it. But when we are there, if he cannot harm me, if I make no brazen overtures of harm, may I say what I wish?
I believe you'd be safe enough, especially because the man with the monkey brought you to a very powerful weapon.
I believe Shane or Draven will do great with it.
You will do great things with your gift.
I
That
am
is yet
here
to be
see
found.
them. I am here to see them through, as I always have been. That is my place. That is my purpose, to help them, and I will see it done.
And I will be here with you, Vife. I'm always here.
I thank you, my lady. You are kind beyond compare. And I look forward to the day where we may dance in this glade once again.
Oh, stop. Flattery gets you everywhere.
Well, I hope we have occasion to dance again.
She holds out her hand.
I will bow and take it.
You begin to dance. And actually, let's roll performance. Let's see how good we dance. 22.
I mean, not as good as that, but it is still a 19.
It's a damn good dance. And fills you with joy. I would also like you to roll a d20.
15.
Yeah, the dance is wonderful and brings you joy. Eventually, the dream fades away near the end of the dance. The queen smiles at you and says once more, I'll be with you, wife. Always. Avi, in your dream, the church is burning. Bartolomeo stands over Shane, your friends strewn about, their bodies mangled, some in pieces. Bart holds Shane by the throat, smiling, before the dream fades and the blackness takes you. A single porcelain mask comes from the darkness. You're letting your fears get the best of you.
I don't know what else to do but to be afraid.
You fight, Avi, with everything you have. You don't stand and offer yourself. You claw, scratch, bite. Until your enemy is no more.
I don't know how to do that with him.
You'll need to learn. Because as you are now, Avi, it's not enough. But you can be so much more if you just fight.
I will fight with everything I have within me. All I ask is for your guidance and your strength.
You have it. Just don't be afraid to use it.
I won't. My queen.
Sleep well, Avi. I'll be with you.
Thank you.
And with that, the rest of your sleep is just in the darkness, calm and soothing. Draven, I would like you to roll a d20, please.
Okay.
$15. You find yourself in an alleyway. You don't recognize it. But the smell smells of Valaki. You stand over a body. A man whose face you don't recognize. His eyes wide open, looking up at your face. Blood drips from your chin. As you hear a slight laugh to your left and look over. The dark shape, the man that has visited you in your dreams before, stands. So this is what you're afraid of, Draven. You're afraid you killed another.
I'm afraid of losing control.
I haven't done much to earn your trust, have I, Draven?
Well, let's see. You gave me these abilities, yelled at me, and oh, I had something else ready to say in there, but it's whatever.
What if I told you I can ease your minds about last night?
Go on, I'm listening.
He points at the man on the ground. Look closer. As you do, the face shifts, changes into nothing. And then the rest of the body disappears. You stand there and look over, and you see off in the distance the Blue Water Inn and the outer building where you woke up next to. You see that building. The dark man walks by you and begins walking towards it.
I'll follow.
As you get close, you see the door to the Blue Water Inn open. And out walks Strahed with you in his arms. He gently places you on the ground. pulls out a flask or water skin and pours blood down your front. With a smile, Strahed walks away, and you see yourself lying against that building, covered in blood, just as you woke up.
So you mean to tell me that shitty excuse for a vampire likes to play tricks too? Oh, for fuck's sake.
That vampire is bored. He's looking for ways to entertain himself. And your reaction to how you woke up brought quite the smile to his face indeed. Almost as good as the smile that he had when he taunted you about it.
Well, that's food for thought, I suppose.
I hope we can come to an understanding, Draven. I am not here to harm you or your friends, nor will I allow you to harm your friends. As I've told you before, you are here to set me free. Once you do that, I will help you regain your humanity. How's that for honesty?
I mean, I'm still skeptical, but I guess totally off on another tangent. Why did my octave have to drop in my voice? Are you trying to make me sound like a monster?
Side effects, Strahed. It's called range. Get used to it.
Right. Okay, I agree.
I know. Remember, Draven, I'll always be with you while you are here.
Only here?
He turns and walks to the inn. For now, walks inside the inn and closes the door. And that is when you all wake, and that's where we'll pick up next week.
Oof.
Oh wow, I can start breathing again. Okay.
I need to congregate Samyaza's backstory stuff because you're gonna have fun with Samyaza.
No one knows how to take a joke in Barovia. That's what.
Right?
I was like, okay, how's he gonna react to this? He already felt mocked after Ira, and then he felt mocked after what you did. And
Yeah, because I was.
it was, yeah, and he, honestly, the thought process that went through his head was, this bitch has the balls to try this after I literally murdered their friend.
I mean, I don't wear pants. He can see how big mine are.
And they certainly drag across the ground at this point. Let's be honest. I
do have. I'm wearing like a sarong, but like at the same point, the joke still stands.
that persuasion check that you rolled, you literally made it by 1. Had you rolled 1 less, just 1,
He did.
he would have killed Vive.
That's fair. I built Vibe to die. I'm kind of shocked he's still alive. That's the best part of him.
There's a lot of things happening at this point, and stuff's about to pick up.
Tried.
Am I gonna ask Shane for a sock and make a sock Strahd? Yeah, you fucking bet I am. Here we go.
I dare you.
Doing it. But I'm not gonna call him Strahd. I'm gonna call him like fucking Vlad or some shit. Like it's gonna be fine. It's not him. And if the sensitive motherfucker thinks it's him, then we're gonna have a different conversation.
If the shoe fits.
If the sock
fits. Oh god.
Yeah, but socks are built for ranges. Have you ever bought socks? They don't say like size 11. They say size 6 to 11. Socks fit more feet, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Lily's gonna die from an aneurysm.
She needs to do a recap of every single episode as Sockstrahd.
Also,
and post it on TikTok, like just every week.
It's like Potter
recap.
Puppet Pals, but Curse of Strahd edition.
I want to admit something right here, though. He pointed at Lily as if he was going to do Finger of Death. He wouldn't have been able to. You caved to an empty threat.
Oh.
I didn't.
Well, no, you didn't really cave. You handled it really well, but
I just stood in front of her and basically went, "You want to kill someone, motherfucker? It's gonna be me."
Yeah.
Like, no.
I was still ready to counterspell that shit. I was like,
I gave him another fucking book. I'm giving that man a whole library of shit.
Vasily
It's Stwad.
having that
Saki
diamond
Stwad.
too. I rolled a natural 20 that he had a diamond worth 300. And I was like, I don't know, why would he have it's on a fucking ring, cool, and it's a cool looking diamond. Sure, it's 300 gold.
It's his mom's engagement ring, and his mom died, and he wears it on a chain.
Yeah,
I don't care.
totally.
Bring one motherfucker back from the dead. Just
Nah,
one. And
nah,
if I get two time.
That ring he won from a bet while playing cards with his friend's brother's cousin.
Sister's roommate.
Yeah.
He won it from Strahd. He beat Strahd in pokering.
100%.
I hate Vasily. He took my ring.
What an absolute asshole these people are. They walk up here, one of them fucking kisses me for no goddamn reason.
I
and I'm
panicked.
like,
I had
"Fucking
nothing else to
God,
do.
bitch."
I'm like, I'm fucked. What might work?
And
He apologized to the man, and then he tried to kill us. For fuck's sake.
It's not a druid spell, but can you allow me to have silence, please?
I'll give you a magical item that can cast silence on Shane only.
Ring of silence.
on Shane only.
Me?
Okay.
I will just become Shane's mouthpiece. Here we go. It's a faith thing. We make bad decisions.
No, the worst part is the whole whatever I said had nothing to do with the fucking book. I forgot we had the book. It was when he said that something about hundreds of years.
So I actually forgot you guys had the book too, but when you quoted that, in my mind, you would have known that he wasn't always this because of the book.
Yeah.
And that is probably what would have prompted Shane to say something to that effect. And that made him cast locate object, and he located it on Draven. Straight up would have killed you all.
I'm a cunt, and I can't find my specific book, and I'm gonna throw a hissy fit and murder everybody.
With that, we are going to raid Evan J. Stern again, who follows me on Twitch, by the way.
Nice.
From the last raid that we did. So we're one step closer to get that butthead to play D&D with us. So let's see what happens.
Panic.
So we're gonna go ahead and raid them. Everybody, chat was like crazy
Okay,
tonight, and I appreciate it. Also, to warn everybody, Thursday I will be dressed as a clown for stream.
Yeah.
At least so.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
because I do things for money. Anyway, have a great night, guys.
What
Night,
a horrible
guys.
way to phrase that.
Bye.
I know.